Now, did you know whales can sing? Have you heard of that before? Whales can sing. Now, whale songs can be used to map out the ocean floor. Yeah, because there's a particular type of whale called the fin whales. They are excellent singers. They communicate with sonar. They communicate with these sounds that they make underwater. And these deep bellowing songs, right? The males use to attract females, right? And they are considered to be some of the loudest, if not the loudest, of all marine life that can be heard, wait for it, up to 1,000 kilometers away. 1,000. So they start singing at 1,000 kilometers. To put this in context, right? That means the sound, if they start to sing from here, someone close to Lagos, right? Another whale close to Lagos would hear it. That's how loud it is. 1,000 kilometers. I'm very sure my math is correct. 600 miles. Let's see now. Yenagua is about 70 something miles, 80 something miles away. Edo State is about 100 and something, 170 miles. Yes. So yeah, I'm correct. Once again, fun facts that you should know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
And now, Hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
About our teenagers, it's about our children, and it has to do with their behavior, rude behavior in particular. Now, my question is this: how can the rude behaviors in children be curbed, particularly as a Nigerian? How can the rude behavior of children, of teenagers in particular, be curbed? I was a teen once, and I remember when I was in secondary school, there was this natural, call it, puberty, hormonal issues, the puberty growth spurt where, boys become a bit more aggressive, some beards start to come through, their voice starts to deepen, and then they ask everything, they challenge everything. Go and sit down. The child goes, why? Why should I sit down? Why are you trying to make me sit down? But over the years, particularly here in this country, we've had a very interesting way of instilling discipline. So much so that you'll be hard-pressed. Particularly if you grew up in the 80s, 90s like I did, you'll be hard-pressed to find someone who is regarded as, in quotes, a very stubborn child. Growing up, those very stubborn children were the ones that you'd hear that, they forced him to go to join police or the army because he's too stubborn. Make they go teach and sense. Right? Okay. Now, to show you how much of a disciplinarian my parents, particularly my mother, was, I think I've said this before, almost every curtain rail in my house, back then, like our house, had a cane. Up until when we were about 14 or so, had a cane. Wherever you are in the house, if you do something that is just wrong, Dr. Dogood comes out. They don't waste time. Particularly my mom, right? She was the enforcer. My dad, on the other hand, was more cerebral. He had a stare, he had a look, he had a glance. And if he ever was to raise his voice, we'll all be trembling. So we were literally put in line. I won't call it fear. I was not afraid of my parents. I was kind of scared of my mom, but I wasn't afraid of my dad. Dad will come, blow his horn, everybody rushes out. But we knew, particularly me, at the back of my head, if I do this and my father would hear, I'd be in trouble. In Benin, a few years later, while still in school, walking along Airport Road, those of you who know Benin very well, walking close to the airport, along the airport road, there's a very big petrol station there. And then an elderly couple, the woman beckoned on me as I went in to buy a drink. I was walking, it was a Sunday morning, can never forget. She beckoned at me. I said, my son, come here. I don't know her. I've never seen her before. I said, how are you doing? I said, fine. I said, please, Daddy, and immediately she said daddy, she points to her husband. He also, I would say, was about 70 something. Daddy's trying to fix his tire. Can you help him? And then take it to that man to pump it. That was all. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all. I didn't go, hello, you can't talk to me like that. Who are you? No. I changed the tire for the elderly gentleman. I took the tire down to the entrance of the petrol station, had it pumped. They gave me money. The man put his hand in his pocket, take this money, pay the vulcanizer, let him patch the tire, let him pump it, then you bring it back. Ladies and gentlemen, I did that, put the tire back. All they told me was, thank you, my son. 50 naira, they did not give me. 100 naira, they did not give me. All the woman said was, thank you, my son. And I walked away and they drove off. End of story. But today, I hear that children are not just even talking back to their teachers, even to their moms, to their dads, in public. Mommy, shut up. Mommy, that's not true. This mommy said you can lie. You see, there is a fine line between encouraging the child to speak, to be expressive, and then there is rudeness. All right. So we've laid down the foundation. Now let's hear from you.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
As always, please do remember, turn down the volume of your radio set, refrain from making defamatory or derogatory comments. If you didn't quite see it or hear it, do not make unsubstantiated claims. And very importantly, please do not make comments that may be seen as inciting. The numbers to call 070-0923-0923, 070-0923-0923. That's the smart number. The other numbers to call 0817-923 0002, 0817-923 0003, 0817-923 0009. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right, now let's find out from you. Those of you who have not parents, I beg your pardon, who have children, particularly teenagers from 13 up until 19. The reports, the stories we're getting to hear in Port Harcourt these days, in Nigeria these days, that a lot of these, in quote, young ones have no filter whatsoever. None whatsoever. We probably are not as bad as the Americans, because I have a stats here that shows that the rate of rudeness in American children has nearly tripled over the past 3 decades. Nearly tripled. More and more children are expressing levels of angst, levels of disobedience, levels of trouble in the American society. It's particularly worrying over there. Children are telling their parents, F you. Children are telling their parents, bro, I don't like the way you're talking to me. It's a fine line. I admit, we want children to be more expressive. People have stated, it's because they've been beating, flogging children. Even as they flog children in this country, are they not the ones still committing crime? Yes. But when we talk about being rude, there's a saying, manners maketh a man. 90.3, good morning, please.
Good morning, please. This is Mr. Zion. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Good morning to you and welcome, please.
Thank you for this timely conversation. I think it is the best for the now, so that parents can have a deliberate evaluation of how they have treated, handled, and relate with their teenage children from January till date, appraise it, and prepare for 2023. Let me be honest to you. We as parents that have this category of children, teenagers, we are the one getting it wrong. Absolutely wrong. we use the 1970s, 1980s, and early 90s pattern of discipline upon these children. The way they discipline me, so I will discipline you. That is wrong. This age, the children are jets. When I mean jets, in their thinking, in their approach, in everything they do. Now, we are now bringing our archaic, I've used the word archaic, pattern of discipline and approach upon them. We are going to have problems. The ones that came to my house a few weeks ago, they don't sleep in the night. Let me be honest to you. They watch TV, they browse phones, this everything as in.
Mr. Zion, why did you not stop them from browsing and watching TV late in the night?
You can't stop them.
You can't. I'm sorry. Are you not the adult? Why can't you stop them? Why can't you stop them?
I am the father.
So why can't you stop them?
What are they watching? What are they doing with their phones? These are the questions we don't ask ourselves. But what do we do? Off that TV, off the phone, switch off your Wi-Fi. Go and sleep. No, we will have problems.
I'm sorry, Zion, let me stop you there, because I understand the narrative. You're saying we should, parents should be mindful of that. This is the jet age. People have more computers. There's more technological advancement. But did you know, I don't know if you've seen this report, scientists are worried that more children are spending way too much time in front of a screen, whether it is a television or a smartphone. And so if a child is up, whether the child is trying to solve a mathematical problem at 10 p.m., the child is doing something wrong. You should stop that child from watching TV or on the phone.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
You see the data that the science gave. That the science also told you that we parents, we don't spend time with the children. The science told us that our time with these kids are so limited that the kids, they need our attention, but we are so busy. So we are chasing money, chasing contracts.
So how is letting them use their phones at 10 p.m., spending time with them?
Thank God for Cartoons Network. Thank God for stimulated knowledges on different apps now that you as a father, you can monitor them. Okay, you are into stimulated in mathematics. Carry on. You are secured. But when you now go that they are into a chat app, chatting with people, having some unnecessary fights, that is when you come in. This is not good. See, let's all be honest. They don't beat us tire, but you can't try it with this generation.
Okay.
You have problem with them.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Zion. We have to go on a break. We got a call from Ifoma. Ifoma, please, after the commercial, we would like for you to return the call. My name is Jude. Hello, Port Harcourt returns.
Stay with us.
particularly the teenagers. And let's all have a very engaging conversation this morning. Now, called from a report in the US, I want to read a bit of that for you. And this is from a certain doctor, Dr. Leonard Sachs. All right. Now, he has been, a practitioner for over 40 years. Now, let me scroll down to a very interesting excerpt from. Now, this behavior, talking about behavior, is no longer an anomaly. I have been a physician for 29 years. This was about 3 years ago. This sort of language and behavior for a 10-year-old was very rare in the 80s and in the 90s. It would have been very unusual ago. It is common today. America's children are immersed in a culture of disrespect for parents, teachers, and one another. They learn from, guess where? Television. Even on the Disney Channel, where parents are portrayed as clueless, out of touch, or absent. They learn social media. They teach to one another. They wear t-shirts emblazoned with slogans like, I just don't like you. They're very disrespectful. A friend of mine with her son about 5 years ago from okay. Now when I look back, the boy came, and don't forget, this is a country, Nigeria, where family, space. Oh, Lord, that's now waiting. This speaking. On one hand, you could argue that yes, a child probably taught how to express himself when he or she is not comfortable. But not the only thing that this young child said that God to look and go, is this one take care of this child at home? Others sitting down having a meal, this boy comes to the table and taking their plate. Oh, uncle, the chicken is bigger than mine. Can I have it, please? They're rude. Chidi is on the line in Elugbolu. I want how Chidi has to solve this subject. Now, as always, please do be reminded to turn the voice of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or different comments. If you didn't quite hear, don't make tips.
Views and opinions shared on this program.
By 2 good morning, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Della Waribo.
Welcome, Della Waribo. Good to have you join us.
Thank you. I love the conversation this morning. What is happening in our country is something that, I would say River State, because the last time I went to Benue, it was not as it is here.
Oh.
It was not as yes, when I went to Benue. So, a lot of things that we do these days are, as parents, our parents didn't hand that over to us. I don't know. Because there should be time for everything. I grew up in a family where I was able to express myself, where I was trained to be outspoken but not to be disrespectful. So, with what we have today, I think we need to go back to where we lost it. The emergence of television and put out there in the public. Certain measures need to be taken to correct those things and be sure that things that will be detrimental to our children are not being put out there. Especially with the internet now. We had some clubs in school. We had press club. We had other clubs that will groom you. Even if you don't get those trainings from your home.
From home, the school. Yes.
You get those trainings.
Amadi is in Rumi. Amadi, do you agree with Dawarji this morning?
I quite did not pay much attention to her conversation.
Okay. Welcome. Good morning, please.
Yeah. Good morning. So I like your topic this morning. Rumi is a nice one. But I want to share a little experience from my family direct. We have this I love my uncle.
Okay.
My uncle's wife, when I do anything that was right or I was wrong, do you know what the answer will be?
What would it be?
Why did you do it? I will be, maltreated for every action, whether be it right or wrong. But there was this her daughter who you do not touch, even when she does something evil, and you're supposed to, screw her for what she did. You dare not touch her. Do you know that right now, as I'm talking to you, that particular girl is the biggest problem we have in the family.
Interesting.
The biggest problem we have in the family is that lady. And you know what? I am the only one she calls, talks to, and I will be talking to her. She She will even hold her mom on her shirt, on the neck.
Ah,
If you hit me, I will hit you back.
really?
I'm telling you, this girl is 25 now, and right then when she was a teenager, this pampering that parents are pampering their children. Yesterday we were talking about children not remembering their old parents. This is how they started. If you don't take care of them now that they are teenagers and you leave them, you say you are pampering them, you don't want to do this, you don't meet it in so many ways. As I'm talking to you now, when she left the home and she was talking, mom did not. So here's how the whole thing plays out. When we say we allow our children, just like I heard Mr. Zion was talking about and letting the children at his jet age, yes, we have to, put things in order. Look for a better way to take charge of these teen ones. Those days they will just look you in the eye and you know what
to do. Yes.
They will just look you know what they want to say. You dare not enter the parlor when visitors are in the parlor. You dare not try it. But now it's way different. I think we need to take another strategic way to deal with our teenagers. If not, we'll be more worse. In Nigeria, we tend to learn the things that are more evil than the things that are right in the sight of God and man. Thank you. I remain Amadi.
Once again, like I stated earlier on, I said that in the US, for example, you can 40 of these reports. But what is evident is this: teenagers, not very expressive, but they are not as, in quote, docile. They're not as polite. Lady, because these are the movies that they don't quite show what merits. But if you had some these blogs that show you what happens is a fight somewhere. Not these young people have no mercy. Good morning.
People forget their histories. Their histories are abandoned. Suddenly, we don't want our children to follow that method that made us who we are. We want them to become the Americans, the British, to become the Canadians. We don't want them to be Nigerians. And by so doing, you live in Nigeria. And you want your child to be in Nigeria to live like a British child. So sorry, we have missed it. And we're talking about going back to Jews. I'm telling you to take on 40 years. But for me, if you do what we love when we try to be the way my father trained me, because I am today, and we train them that way. You complain that you did anything in school, have done anything. Jude, I'm telling you, I have a cane in my car here.
Wow.
Right now. I will bring it down and give you right there. And tell you the reason why I gave you 5, 10. I will not waste time.
But Divine, a few weeks ago, I don't know if he's listening right now, but a few weeks ago, we had Sir Ikechu Wogu here in the studio with me. He's an educationist. We're talking about, disciplining, flogging children, being intentional, and studies have shown that, yes, using the cane is not as beneficial as other methods of disciplining. But you have to ask this question: if the Americans right now are complaining that their children are becoming rude, becoming conscientious, and not becoming, as well,
don't chase away.
But the road doesn't change. Okay. Thank you very much, Divine. Now, I recently fracas just before Christmas. Very quickly. So the patron had invited a girl over. All right, they started to hear screams from the room. Help her! And then nobody will come. Obviously, the patron what's going on. The manager knocks at the door, opens, and opens them. Apparently, this young girl came into that hotel room with the impression that she was going to be given an iPhone. The, in quote, Bobo that she came to meet has been toasting her for over 6 months. But every time he would give her money, let's meet, she would take the money and not appear. So this time around, you take over 1,000. You come, I see money. You will not come. You come and say, nothing. Today, I collect my pound of flesh. What am I sharing with you? did not look anything up to 20. In fact, the description was that she didn't have proper breasts. But this man, in his late 20s, felt okay to lure this girl to the hotel. And then to speak to everybody. Say, yes, I don't trust you, you must leave me. Challenging the fact that people are saying you shouldn't be here. Good morning.
Yes, this topic this morning is very interesting. And my contribution is that training of a guy gains from an institution. Believe that family is an institution, church is an institution, school is an institution. These are the places where training occurs, and we must change those are the places we look at. And in churches too, they are not just it doesn't make easy. Have you been to schools these days? I've been to one of the exams. Look how practical the phones. These children, they are not learning. They are not. You see that what they taught them, not just what they will use in life. They are just being taught how to pass it down. Again, okay. In school, what you used to up is used in society, not just what are passing. Okay, but you see children phones and whatever, as in it just, I don't know how to say it. So if we want to change how we look into the school system, church
Doctor News at 10 o'clock. I believe, from what I'm gathering from the comments I'm seeing here, there's so much value to explore or express. Now, Vincent Obigo says the issue is very dicey. Today, some parents have traded into waywardness and with direct abandon, either because the only child or affluent. Also, on the part of the children, joining bad company that corrupts good manners. Only God will redeem us in this man. But it wasn't God that put people there now, was it? Now, Pierre in Port Harcourt says the cost of living time to feed the family, the children to learn bad or rude things from television, social media, and the internet. The solution is to use this holiday period first to have a frank talk with your spouse and agree on what to do. The things, read boundaries and talk. Good morning, Jude. Not only teenagers, a pastor who owns a church to be flogged. Also, no blah. What? Let me read that again. Jude, not only teenagers, a pastor who owns a church, asked a mother she came late for Sunday school. It's another woman that received a flogging on her behalf. She said she can't sit and watch a son flogging a fool to his mother a fool. What? Are you kidding me? What did I just read? You know who saw the mother that fool give birth to the general thing, Lady V says. Wow. All this disrespect and issues going around in our dear country is the price we have to pay for civilization. Jude, there's nothing we can do about it, really. The development comes with the price, and these are the price. In Elekaya. Good morning, Jude. There is a trending video in which a teenager approached his mother's friends for a romantic relationship. A lady that's old enough to be his mother. Most teenagers nowadays don't respect elderly ones. A secondary school boy can lure his female teacher for romance. Oh boy. Now, from the standpoint of a teacher, a situation where a student talked back to the teacher, disobeyed simple instruction from the teacher, and the teacher is punished. That is a child act, and even threatening to arrest the teacher for punishing her son or withdraw the child from the school. It is really alarming these days how parents are even encouraging their wards to challenge teachers. God help our generation of parents and children. So, like I said, it's not just a Nigerian or a Rivers problem. It's a global problem. It's a global problem. But you know what's very interesting? The data suggests that it is worse in the US, in Canada, in the UK, in Italy, if I'm not mistaken, than almost everywhere else. It's possible, interestingly, in Japan and in China. In Japan, there is such a sense of respect for constant authority, looking down with disdain at people. For you, concern of a parent who wrote an article about, and this is from the Daily Telegraph, all right? No, sorry, this is from Boston Globe, all right? A concern, okay? Now, this paragraph says, the problem isn't that parents no longer value polite mannered. It's a top helpers, according to a 2014 Pew Research Center report. Yet, say, actually do aren't always the same. And many families are falling short. Many families are falling short. When we come back, we'll highlight some of the things that could be done to remedy or salvage the situation. My name is Jude. Hello, Potaka returns.